Can you hear me now?
Yes. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
So let me just get. Can we just go back a bit, please? So Leigh represented the gentleman who was held in Guantanamo Bay, who was a jihadi terrorist. Who you got £1 million for him, and he eventually went and blew himself up in Syria, and I was held in Dubai for 2 years without a passport on a false allegation. And yet Leigh won't represent me in a court of law.
Yeah, Mr. David, we received this information previously, but unfortunately right now our solicitors don't have capacity, which means like they can overtake cases at the moment. They just can't.
Yeah, but I mean, so I'm basically getting no representation. You're not the first solicitors to say that. So I'm basically being denied any access to the legal system because of the fact. So I've been held in inhumane conditions. I was held for 2 years, no legal ability to work or leave the country in a Muslim country. I can't go back and actually sue them in Dubai because obviously it's a kangaroo court system, and I can't get a lawyer to take my case into a British trial.
I understand.
So I'm basically getting denied access to the law. Would that be correct?
Sorry, Mr. David, but I'm not a solicitor. I'm not allowed to give you more details.
So I mean, so it's okay for basically the British government has gotten away with actually not helping me when I was actually starving on the streets in Dubai. My human rights was completely breached. And you guys can't be bothered, or no other solicitor as well. I went to Mr. Sarwar, and he's obviously, his human rights only go so far as well. So I'm basically.
We understand there can be a human rights point, and you're completely right. But the thing is, we cannot, following the solicitors' authorities, we cannot take more cases if.
So I understand that, but I understand what you're saying, but from my point of view, I'm getting no solicitors, basically to actually help me or represent.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I said I'm not getting any solicitor to represent me because I've gone through tons and tons, gone to the Law Society in England, and I've gone to the Law Society in Scotland, and not one solicitor is prepared to take my case. And I mean, it's a slam dunk as well because I wasn't guilty. The taxi driver was a UAE state taxi driver. He attacked me. He admitted to attacking me. The money came out in ATM. So all of it's a slam dunk. And the British government, British embassy did nothing when I was starving on the streets in Dubai. So I'm just. And now I can't take them to court because no solicitor is prepared to actually take the case. Yet Leigh is prepared to represent terrorists that blew themselves up and killed people, and were able to get him £1 million for the human rights violations. Although the guy was a terrorist anyway, he was a jihadi terrorist that you represented, and that seems to be more important to represent the jihadi terrorists than it does to represent the British people, is it?
I'm very sorry, Mr. David. I cannot.
Yeah, well, so I'm not getting access to the law. Bad things will happen in the back of this. You wait and see. There's going to be the fact that you guys have decided not to represent me, yet you're representing jihadi terrorists, and their human rights are more important than my human rights. Then there'll be repercussions on the back of this.
Yeah, Mr. Ballantine, I can't comment, and I just got this instruction from the solicitors. They cannot overtake more cases.
Yeah, that's fine. Obviously, I'm being denied access to justice. It's all right. I mean, I understand that obviously you're too busy getting the human rights of terrorists than you are actually getting the human rights of decent people who are getting mistreated in the UAE, in a Muslim country. So yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. We'll get. This won't be the end of it. So don't worry about that.
Okay, Mr. David. Best luck of the inquiry, and the best thing is to go to the Law Society, and definitely they can.
No, the Law Society is shocking. The Law Society gave me 3 numbers of solicitors, none of which were actually even representing people in this field as well. So the Law Society in both England and Scotland is a joke. I mean, they just don't actually give you the proper information. So I'm basically being denied access. I think it's the government that's doing it. But I mean, obviously, you guys, from a legal point of view, are too busy representing terrorists, aren't you? That blew themselves up and getting them £1 million of taxpayers' money. Then you are to actually represent people who have generally gone through human rights violations in Muslim countries.
Yeah, I really understand your frustration, but it's outside my hands to give you any other assistance. Just wanted to let you know that at this point, unfortunately, we are unable.
So Leigh Day, so it's Leigh Daly, isn't it? So Leigh Day is not actually representing people's human rights; they're just actually representing jihadi terrorists. Is that the solicitors that you've got there?
But we cannot represent every.
So I'm basically denied access. I'm basically being denied access to the law, to a judge to actually see if I've got a case here. Would that be correct? Because if I can't get a lawyer to actually represent me, I'm basically getting de facto denied access to a judge and to a trial. Is that correct? Because if I can't afford it, obviously I was held for 2 years and allowed to starve on the streets for 2 years. No legal ability to work in the UAE for 2 years. So I don't know where I would be getting the money to pay for the case to actually take the government to court.
I'm sorry, I cannot make any further comments.
Okay.
So I just wanted to inform and you know what's Leigh Day.
So don't go to Leigh Day if you're British and you've actually been abused in a Muslim country. Only if a Muslim's abused, a Muslim terrorist abused in the UK, or it wasn't even in the UK. He was abused in apparently his human rights. His human rights are obviously more important than my human rights. But that's good. It's good to know where your priorities are.
Sorry, Mr. Ballantine, I have to leave.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm very sorry.
That's fine. Bye. It's not the end though. Thanks. Bye.